following is a special presentation
of
of
Big
the
Pauly's
World of
Sports
Sports,
alternating the
reality
of
of
sports
entertainment
and
since
entertainment
2020. And hello there once again, everybody. Big Pauly coming to you. It is April 21st in real time, 2022. And today we're at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas for we have the 9-6 Atlanta Falcons taking on the 8-7 Las Vegas Ironmen in a game for playoff positioning. We hope you all are well. Got to see my mother today over in Tampa. Oh, not a good story, but we're battling through it, folks. We're battling through it. And Atlanta, a 2-point favorite on the road, and usually in Vegas. Not saying in Vegas in terms of the Ironman, but in betting circles, a home dog is usually something you look for. And we're under the roof at Allegiant Stadium. I'll control Vegas. The computer will control Atlanta, and off we go. This is the 74th televised game on this channel, Season 2 of the HTFL, and we're ready. I take that back. This is the 79th game. The 79th game. We'll have a big one tomorrow, Minnesota and Dallas. Matt Ryan against Derek Carr. Of course, Ryan is now with the Indianapolis Colts, and Carr is still a Las Vegas Raider. Coin toss will go Atlanta's way. Vegas will receive the kickoff. They're indoors, so no wind. It's 72 degrees at all times. Gafford, Guerin, and Davis. Remember, Vegas has a few Vegas Raiders on it, but most of the players on this 100-man roster are castaways from other franchises or cities. So you'll see a lot of New York, a lot of Los Angeles, a lot of San Francisco on this Vegas team. And we'll get it started. Vegas in the silver and black. Well, down at 4 yards deep in the end zone. And your lineup for Vegas is going to be Garner and Colmer. As I check to see if I didn't mute myself accidentally. I apologize for the kind of stereoscopic sound you heard from the opening montage and from the HTFL theme. So it's Garner and Colmer, Coles and Cruz at wideout in the base formation, Vernon Davis the tight end, Bruiser Kennard at left tackle, great two-way player. Rasmussen is your left guard, Oates at center, and Moore and Barton wrap up the offensive line for Vegas. We'll get to the Atlanta defense in a minute. We'll start with a stretch play with Garner. Gain of 3 yards, and Hall making the tackle for Atlanta. And speaking of Atlanta's defense, it's Humphrey, Kearney, Jarrett, and Hall, your front four. Brooking, Tucker, Kuykendall, your linebackers. Sanders, as in Deion Sanders, prime time. Grimes, Brown, Case, those are your defensive backs. And when Atlanta gets the ball initially, we'll do the flip side of that, give you Atlanta's offense and the defense for Vegas. We're going to put it up. We're going to go Emmanuel Sanders, who comes in as a third wide receiver. And he caught it, a gain of 10. That makes it 1st and 10 at the 33. Very nice day here in Tampa, Florida. I hope it was nice wherever you are in this great world of ours. And it is a great world, in spite of some of the things that happen in it. Off tackle left, Charlie Gardner, 1st and 10. And Gardner will pick up another 4 yards. On the tackle was Jarrett. 2nd and 6 at the 37. will seek out Mr. Victor Cruz on a slant. And a marker before the throw.
Offsetting penalties. Repeat, second down.
Works out fine for Vegas. They'll get a 2nd and 6 again. We'll screen it to Garner. And that is complete and good for 4 yards. Keith Brooking making the tackle. So both these teams playing, of course, this is the last week of non-divisional play. So Vegas is in the west and Atlanta in the south. 3rd and a deuce here for, of course, we had a South against West matchup earlier this week. Oh, what a slaughter it was. Kansas City just running all over Tampa Bay. Garner on 3rd and the pair will get the first down, a pickup of 4. Kennard hurt, and he returns in a few plays. So taking over at left tackle will be Mr. Ruby, Martin Ruby out of Texas A&M, the former Brooklyn Dodger. 1st and 10 at the 45. And we will go Sanders on a medium crossing route. So both teams fighting for playoff position. Of course, what the 8 and the 7 teams do this week is all important to the teams on the outside looking in. Will that cut line go to 9 and 7, or will it go to 8 and 8? We already had Pittsburgh at 8 and 7 win, and then teams within just 2 games. Teams 3 games behind in the critical positions will be out. So say it goes to 9 and 7, that would eliminate the 6 and 10 teams. And remember, we got 2 weeks to play after this. Medium out to Cruz on 2nd and 10 from the 45. A gain of 13. Also want to thank my Uber drivers for getting me there and getting me back because I can't drive. And they expertly weave their way through traffic on Park Boulevard here, one of the big east-west roads in Pinellas County in Florida, and I-275, which can be a bit of a minefield at times. So it's 1st and 10 at the 42. And we didn't catch who made the tackle there for Atlanta. Oh, well, we'll go 4 wide. That brings Santonio Holmes in. We'll go to him on a slant. But Atlanta playing short tight, so this could be a cue to go long. We're going to go bomb to Lavernius Coles. But Carr's going to run with it with all that wide open space. The Dixie Chicks would have loved that. Gain of 10 yards, and that's going to be a first down. 1st and 10 now at the 32. And we go to Garner off tackle left. And that is a gain of 4 yards. Kennard coming back in. 2nd and 6 at the 28. The facility I went to is in the area of the University of South Florida. 2nd down and 6. Won't give too much more away than that. Coles on a cross. Not too far from the Seminole Hard Rock. No, I didn't go to the Hard Rock. Gain of 9. Deion Sanders making the tackle. And Vegas be rolling an 11-play, 61-yard drive. Carr, 4 for 5, 36 yards. When you can get that running game going, you could have a drive that lasts you a long time. Off tackle left, Gardner. Those of you who remember that, I think that was 2 Live Crew. But the dialogue was from Full Metal Jacket. The woman who, among other things that we will not mention, said, "Me love you long time." 2nd and 8. And if you ever watched the movie, you know that the prostitutes in Vietnam were usually setups for attacks on GIs. Cross the Coles on 2nd and 8. And Coles has a touchdown. 6-0 in favor of Vegas. Your extra point. Great drive. 13 plays, 80 yards, 7.5 minutes off the clock. Capoletti knocking it through. So 7-0 in favor of the Ironmen. Back deep, the ever dangerous Tim Dwight along with Butler and Hampton. Dwight scoring a touchdown on a kick return in Super Bowl 33. Go look that up. 1st and 10 from the 20. Halfway through the first quarter, it's Matt Ryan, who we forgot to introduce. A gain of 10 as he gave it to Eric Dickerson. Now we can do it. Dickerson and Pegram are your base running backs. Jones and White at wideout. The tight end is Jim Mitchell. The quarterback, of course, Matty Ice. Ken, Forney, Van Note, Fieldman, and Coons are your offensive front line. 1st and 10 at the 30. We'll go to the Vegas defense in a minute. And that is incomplete, intended for Jones, who's been leading the league most of the year in receiving yardage. Defensively for Vegas, it's Eisenhower, not spelt the way of the last name of the president from 1953 to 1961. Schwartz is the other DE, defensive end. Kennard plays two ways. He's a left tackle, defensive tackle. Antwine is your remaining member of the front four. Kennard being the only 10 on this Vegas defense. Harvey, Bonacante, Addison are your linebackers. Asamuga, Williamson, McDaniel, and Goldson are your defensive backs. So Vegas has been pretty good all year. Probably not the best of talent, but they have talent in key spots. 2nd and 10 from the 30. And this is complete. This is a give to Julio Jones, who gains 12 yards for a first down. So now you know who everybody is playing. And we'll try to fill you in when that changes. 1st and 10 from the 42. Dickerson, no gain. Eisenhower on the stop for Las Vegas. 5:40 left to go. Ate a couple slices of that 7-Eleven pizza that you could get for $5 locally. I don't know if it's available nationwide, because yesterday I wanted to nurse myself up to health so I could go see my mom. And I picked up some Gatorade and I picked up some, I cheated. I had a little Slurpee. When I was a kid, I lived next to a 7-Eleven. 3rd and 10 at the 42. And I shouldn't be having it now because of my condition. But I cheated a little bit and had a cherry Slurpee. Incomplete pass looking for Roddy White. And, of course, Uber Eats delivers like almost everything. 4th and 10. Give them, tuck a little something in their envelope, they'll deliver you practically anything. 4th and 10 from the 42. And that's a booming punt in these conditions by Bosher. It goes 46, and it's out of bounds at the Vegas 12, which is where the Ironmen will start with 4:06 left to go in your opening quarter. Our Friday game will be on tape because I wanted to do the playoff projections as soon as Minnesota-Dallas ends. So that'll take a little editing, and I'll be doing a lot of hemming and hawing, setting it up, doing the broadcast live. So a trap right to Delvin Williams, 1st and 10. And this is a gain of 6 for Delvin. And that sets up 2nd and 4. Williams in for Garner at running back. And we will go to Cruz. Probably going to move my studios into another room tomorrow as something's going on outside with buzzing noise. You may hear it. Across the Cruz on 2nd and 4. Incomplete, setting up 3rd and 4. I've already taped the main portion of Pauly Talks Wrestling. All I got to do is put the itty bitty segments together. Pitch right, Delvin Williams on 3rd. Interesting call here for Vegas, and it doesn't work. And a fumble recovered by Atlanta. Carr pitched it to Williams. Kearney stripped the ball out, and Kearney was Johnny on the spot picking it up. And now Atlanta with prime Vegas real estate at the 13. 3:06 left to go, open quarter. And this could be a turnaround here. Incomplete pass, and that was Ryan looking for Eric Pegram. 2nd and 10 at the 13 with 2:58 to go. That is incomplete, looking for White. Williamson all over him. 3rd and 10 from the 13. Vegas playing back off a little bit, and Ryan threw 3 straight incompletions there. He has started 1 for 6. So Atlanta can still get 3. Here is Matt Bryant with a 30-yard field goal, and he got it. And your score right now, 7-3, with 2:47 left in quarter number 1. Gafford, Guerin, and Davis back deep. Again for Vegas, and it's going to be Gafford about the 4. And he's got a lot of headway.
Illegal block.
But it's going to come back as Colmer with an illegal block, and that sets up Vegas 1st and 10 from the 9. We'll go Garner, who is back in, trapped to the right side. A marker as the play was forming.
Encroachment defense. Number 98, 5-yard penalty.
Okay, so do we want 2nd and 2, or do we want 1st and 5? I'm going to accept the penalty, take a 1st and 5. And we'll go Colmer on a dive. And Colmer just back to the line. Actually, he gained a yard. Hall making the tackle for Atlanta. 2:07 left to go, opening quarter. And we'll go to Sanders on the cross. And 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. Williams on a screen on 3rd and 4 as he comes back in. Garner still not 100% after that opening drive. And Carr overthrew Delvin Williams. So Atlanta getting it back on a punt, barring a turnover. Babe Perilli back to punt at about his 1 or 2 yard line. The punt went 46 to return, 1 for Tim Dwight. So a 45-yard net. 1st and 10 at the 40, 1:13 left to go. And that is a throw completed to Pegram, a gain of 2 yards. That's going to set up 2nd and 8 as my cat is about to invade my broadcast area. Hi, Ellie. How are you today, my dear? Okay, don't step on the keys, please. Thank you. 2nd and 8. And we'll watch Matty Ice. And that is Williamson on the stop. We have played a quarter. It is 7-3 in favor of the Atlanta Falcons. No, I'm taking that back. Atlanta is trailing by 4 to the Las Vegas Ironmen. Atlanta has 11 plays, 26 yards, 7 passes. The Ironmen, 18 plays, 82 yards, and they have had 9 rushes and 9 passes. A balanced ticket, if you will. So we make the descension towards halftime. 3rd and 6 at the 44. Ellie, do not step on the keyboard, please. Move your butt over a little bit. Thank you. Ryan throwing deep, and it's for Jones, and Jones with a gain of 21. Pass might have touched the ground. We will challenge it.
Upon further review, the ball touched the ground before being secured. Incomplete. No timeout will be charged.
Angels flying close to the ground. And that makes 4th and 6 now for Atlanta. They will punt it to Vegas. Bosher back. And I'm going to let it roll with the hopes that it will fall into the end zone for a touchback. And that does not happen. It's down to about the 8. Punt of 48 yards. So, again, Vegas in a field position hole. 1st and 10. From there, we're going to dive with Gardner. And Gardner will pick up another 5 yards. He is at 6 carries and 22 yards on the day. 2nd and 5. Ball now moving up to the 13. As my cat leaves her scent on my monitor and she withdraws. Thank you. Thank you. Colmer on the screen. He will get the first. A pickup of 6 yards. 1st and 10 at the 19. And we're going to go trap left to Charlie Gardner. And Gardner will pick up 3. Tuggle on the stop. It's 2nd and 7. The ball at the 22 now. How about Coles on a cross? And that found nobody. Carr now 6 of 11, 59 yards, 1 TD. And we're going to try Vernon Davis, medium crossing route. Down in distance is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. So after the initial drive by Vegas and a turnover by Atlanta, both teams kind of misfiring on all cylinders here. 12-14 left till half. Perilli will punt it away just inside his 10. And that is Dwight. A return of 4 yards. Punt went 42, so the net will be 38. 12:07 left until halftime. It is 7-3 of Ironmen. Both teams trying to move up to higher footing in the playoff chase. They would both make it right now, I believe. 1st and 10 at the 40 for Atlanta with 12:07 left. I think I told you that already. That was intended for Jim Mitchell. And I had to sneeze there, folks. My apologies. Overthrown by Ryan, who's having a terrible day. 2 for 9, 14 yards. But you never know. You never know when somebody could have a bad day and they could turn it around on you real quick. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Atlanta 40 still. A little quick hitter for Mitchell. That incomplete. The timing just not right. Goldson got a finger on it. 3rd and 10. And that's another 3 incompletions and out for Matt Ryan. That was intended for Roddy White, covered by Griffin, incomplete. So 4th and 10, it's back to Bosher to punt it away, which he does. And a little bit of a return here by Taylor, 19 yards. So a little bit of a spark there for Vegas on the punt return. The punt went 47. And that made for a 28-yard net. 1st and 10 at the 32. How about Colmer on a trap left side? And Colmer will gain.
Holding offense.
No, he won't.
Number 65, 10-yard penalty.
So a 10-yard penalty pushing Vegas back to a 1st and 20 from their 22. Screen to Gardner in a double tight end set. This should be most interesting. Will the blocking be there? And, well, you could say that. Gain of 8 yards. Rooking on the tackle. And it is 2nd and 12 from the 30. Another weekend of baseball. We got USFL play again. I don't know how long that league's going to last. It kind of looked like it was on life support from the start. Having to play their games all in one site. Cross, Lavernius Coles, and forcing like 7 of the 8 teams to play at home. Jarrett limping off. He will be out 10 plays, so I think that brings in Casillas out of the University of Oklahoma. 3rd and 12. And we will look to Emmanuel Sanders on a medium fly. It's caught. Did he get the first? Little shy of the first down. So 4th and inches at the 42, but we'll play field position. Bring in Perilli to punt. And his punt doesn't go more than 58. And it went 45, and Dwight lost a yard on the return. So that's 45 minus -1 for a 46-yard net. 1st and 10 at the 12 with 9:45 left to go. And it's Ryan looking and finding Julio Jones, a gain of 12. Jones on the day, 2 catches for 24 yards. First and 10 at the 24. And Ryan takes a timeout. First and 10 at the 24 still. It's Dickerson. Dickerson's going to pick up close to 10 yards. It was 9. Addison knocking him out of bounds to set up 2nd and 1. 2nd and a measly yard from the 33. But how often in this game do we see that 1 yard on 2nd down turn into something unattainable? 8:50 left in the half. It's give to Dickerson. Dickerson picking up 5. Addison on the stop again. First and 10 at the 38, so Atlanta moving the ball a bit here. Over the middle to Roddy White.
Offsides, defense. Number 44, 5-yard penalty.
Kennard called for offsides. They will decline that penalty. Take the 2nd and 1 as opposed to the 1st and 5. Ball is at the Atlanta 47. And that is Pegram gaining 3 yards. Jarrett coming back in the next time Atlanta is on defense. First and 10 at the 50. Deep ball for Jones, incomplete. Asamuga providing good coverage there. 2nd and 10 at the 50. 6:25 to go. And that is a sack and a fumble. A high snap. Recovered by Fieldman. He was the right guard. And Atlanta will keep possession, but a loss of 7 to make it 3rd and 17 at the Atlanta 43. So they're back on the minus side. Deep throw. White has it. The chase is on. 20, 10, 5. Book it. Touchdown, Atlanta. On 3rd and 17, they get out of jail and they score. Roddy White with the house call from 57 yards out. And it is 9-7 in favor of Atlanta. 2-point favorites on the road, and they're deservedly looking like it now. Extra point by Bryant is good, and we have new leaders in the game, which are the Atlanta Falcons. It's 10-7 with 5:25 left until halftime. Gafford back deep for the Ironmen. A 4 taken at the 4. Gafford on the run. 37-yard gain, and this time no penalties. So Vegas in business at the 41. It's going to be Garner trapped right in the 3 wide set. And Garner breaking loose into the secondary. It's Deion Sanders who brings him down for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. And we're going to go deep to Cruz. Play action, La Bamba. And there it goes. Cruz has it. House call. And the crowd here in Vegas going absolutely bonkers. They have felt the peaks and valleys of this game, and right now they're feeling a peak. 13-10. And your extra point is new. Good by Gino Capoletti. And that will keep the score 13-10. What did John Madden, the late great John Madden, used to say all the time about extra points coming back to haunt you? Dwight back deep for Atlanta, and all of a sudden we got a track meet on our hands, folks. First and 10 for Atlanta at their own 20. He had the touchback. We have 4:02 left now. Ryan with plenty of time throws to Pegram, a gain of 3 yards. Matty Ryan now up to 6 for 16, 95. After that big bomb, it's now a 9 for 16 and 129, 2 touchdowns for Mr. Derek Carr. 2nd and 7 at the 23. And that is a gain of 13. And that was for Roddy White. Williamson on the stop. So we've had 2 big passing plays in the last few minutes. One to Roddy White, one to Cruz. First and 10 at the 36. The give to Dickerson. Dickerson, a lot of room to run. He's in the clear. He's finally brought down by McDonald, but not before he picked up 36 big yards. That moves him to 6 carries and 60 yards on the game. And here comes the Falcons all of a sudden. Back and forth we go. 2:40 to go. And Ryan with a lot of time. Intercepted. Hammer time. Deion Sanders might have known MC Hammer, but Fred Williamson was the original Hammer. 6 picks on the year for Fred. And it's 1st and 10 Vegas with 2:15 left at their own 17. First turnover for Atlanta. Vegas had one earlier in the game that set up Atlanta's field goal. Slant to Emmanuel Sanders, 1st and 10. And that's right on the money. Gain of 12. That should take us to the 2, and it does. So our timeout situation right now, with the score 13-10, Vegas leading. Vegas has 3 timeouts. They used their challenge. Atlanta with 2 timeouts. They still have their challenge. We're going to go Coles. Medium fly. And he got it. Gain of 19. They'll hurry to the line, go no huddle. Quick cross to Cruz. Sounds like a video poker game. Incomplete. Looking for somebody, but it was tipped by Hall, so who it went to doesn't matter. 2nd and 10 at the 48. Vernon Davis over the middle, medium cross. That is incomplete. 3rd and 10. We'll go to Santonio Holmes and go to him on a medium out. Atlanta playing way back off the ball. That is incomplete. So now 4th and 10, 1:25 left. And Perilli coming in, hoping to shoehorn the... Oh, that's a bad punt. Punt only went 20 yards. That went right off the side of Babe Perilli's foot. And Atlanta will get good field position, all things considered, at the 32. 1:19 left. They have 2 timeouts remaining. To the sidelines, and Julio Jones, just short of the first down, picking up 10. 1:10 now left in the half. Incomplete, overthrew Jones there. Ryan 8 for 20, 118 yards, 1 pick, 1 TD. 3rd and inches at the 42. And that is a throw to Roddy White, a gain of 11 yards. White catching 9 catches for Tampa Bay for 108. As Tampa Bay's downward spiral has continued to descend. 1st and 10 at the Vegas 47. Incomplete, overthrowing Roddy White there. 2nd and 10, ball at the 47. Going deep for Julio Jones, but incomplete. 3rd and 10, we have 50 seconds remaining. Might be enough time for Vegas to try something if they stop them here, which they do. And we'll let the punt roll. 4th and 10 at the 47. And it falls dead at the 5. So no reason to do anything nifty or sporty here. Just dive with Garner. Just see if they can get a big play or something. Gain of 5. Atlanta calling timeout, but that's going to be a moot point because if Atlanta burns all their timeouts, I could still run the clock out. Garner, another dive. 8 in the box for Atlanta. And Garner will get the first down. And now it really doesn't matter. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Your score is Vegas 13 and Atlanta 10. We'll take a 45-second break and come back with half number 2 right here on the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel. And dropping in a couple of days, our latest episode of Pauly Talks Wrestling.
you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below.
Oh, hi, folks. How you doing? It's 13-10 Vegas over Atlanta. Vegas with 35 plays, 216 yards, 21 of their plays passes. For Atlanta, 33 plays, 187, 24 of their plays also passes. So Dwight back deep for Atlanta. They will get the second half started, barring a turnover. And that goes through the end zone. And if not for the dome, probably winds up in Henderson. Touchback. First and 10 from the 20. Ryan coming into the second half. 9-24. 129 yards, an interception, and a touchdown. And it's Ryan looking for Jones. A first down and a gain of 10. First and 10 at the 30. 14:52. Gain of Dickerson, a gain of 7. Speaking of Vegas, the cameras cue over to a set of very attractive young women. And they're saying something about the city of Pahrump, but I can't fathom what it is. Maybe they all gathered there for some function or something like that. 2nd and 3 at the 37. And that is Dickerson gaining 2 yards. Of course, Pahrump was the home of the late, great Art Bell, who I spent many of my sleepless nights listening to. 3rd and a yard at the 39. He passed away a few years back. And Dickerson, a gain of 3. Had great talk shows, knew how to build an audience, knew how to captivate an audience. First and 10 at the 42. 12:37 left to go. His books were spectacular. Gain of 11. Ryan to Julio Jones. First and 10 at the 45. And that is a gain of 3. Eisenhower. Coming out, his return is doubtful. So entering the game, Andre Carter. 2nd and 7 from the 42. We have 11-11. Aces wild. Appropriately enough for Vegas. And that's Pegram getting the first down. Gain of 7. Schwartz now coming out. His return doubtful. So we go to Chad Bretzky of Eastern Kentucky. Played for the New York Football Giants. First and 10 at the 35 of Vegas. Pegram gaining a 5-yard gain. So the Vegas flu grabbing a couple of the Vegas Ironmen, I guess you could say. 2nd and 5 at the 30. And a sack from behind by Bretzky. And Bretzky really whooping it up, trying to get the crowd here at Allegiant on the side of the Ironman. 3rd and 10 at the 35. Kind of reminded me of Mark Gastineau back in his heyday with the Jets. 3rd and 10. Incomplete.
Grabbing the face mask.
Oh,
defense.
terrible play
15-yard
there.
Penalty. Automatic. First down.
Bretzky gets called for the face mask, and Atlanta with new life on this 9-play, 60-yard drive that has taken 5:46 off the clock. So now a 1st and 10 with 9:14 left to play. Incomplete, looking for Roddy White. Ryan is having an off day, but they're still very much in the soup right now, only trailing by 3 points. 2nd and 10 at the 20. And that is Jones overthrown. Setting up 3rd and 10, and Vegas playing a little farther back. And Ryan with a clutch run. 15 yards. And again, Atlanta will keep the chains moving. Remarkable drive here for Atlanta, which is really going to hit Vegas where it hurts. This is the 13th play of the drive. It has already taken 75 yards and over 6 minutes. Can they cash in here? Dickerson plodding into the end zone. A touchdown for Eric. 13 on the season for him. And we have new leaders. The Atlanta Falcons are up 16-13, and that missed extra point going to come in big here if Bryant hits, which he does. It's 17-13, 8:02 left in the third. Gafford back deep for Atlanta. And it's 2 yards deep. We're going to venture and take it out. Never know. Gafford in the clear. And coming from behind to get him was Kazee. Kazee. At the 41, the punt, a kick return, though, went 43 yards, considering it was 2 yards deep in the end zone. Off tackle right, Garner on 1st and 10, and he will gain 4 yards. You want to keep running to that right side, and you want to run away from Claude Humphrey if you can. We're going to stretch it with Gardner. 2nd and 6, which brings lineman from the other side over. That's going to be close to a first down, but he didn't attain it. So now it is 3rd and inches. The ball is at the 49 of Atlanta. I'm talking like a golf announcer for no reason. And I'm going to go. I'm looking for a specific play. We're going to go over the top. We're going to go vertical with Garner. And Garner gets the first down, a pickup of a yard. Back to the double tight end set. When they went to triple tights, by the way, Schnelker comes in, Bob Schnelker, as the 3rd tight end. Usually it's Davis or Thomas. Thomas is Aaron Thomas, and Davis being Vernon Davis. Sweep to the left, Charlie Gardner, 1st and 10 at the 48. And that is a gain of 8 yards. 2nd and a deuce. Do we go for the quick score here? Oh, what the hell. We'll go Cruz on a bomb again. Instead, it's a check down to Coles, who gains 6 yards. 1st and 10 at the 34. How about Mickey Colmer? And he will gain 3 yards, and all of a sudden we hear the familiar sounds, if you were as old as I am, of Tony Basil singing Mickey. And she did it in a cheerleading outfit on the video. 2nd and 7 at the 31. Hey, a girl could be a Mickey. Think of it that way. Hitch to Victor Cruz. That is incomplete. 3rd and 7. How many bands probably played Mickey in the 80s? Kind of like the same number of bands that played in recent years Hollaback Girl by Gwen Stefani. This my few times I've been around that block. Not going to just let it happen like that, because I ain't no Hollerback Girl. Ain't no Hollerback Girl. Medium fly, Victor Cruz, 3rd and 7. And he got it. Gain of 13. And Victor can do the cha-cha all he wants. He just went over 1,000 for the season. First and 10 at the 18. This stuff is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Stretch play with Gardner on 1st and 10. And that is a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. I mean, who doesn't love a good rendition of Hollaback Girl? I'm sure bands all over the country play that at high school football games, despite the connotations of it. And we're going to go Colmer here. Off tackle right side. It's 2nd and 6 from the 14. Colmer with a head of steam, and nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown, Vegas. So they just dealt Vegas the 7 of spades, and it's 19-17. Well, 6 of spades. Maybe there's an ace of spades coming. if Cappelletti could hit the point after, which he does, 20-17, a minute 35 left to go in our third quarter. We hope you all are doing well this April 21st, 2022, 4/21/22. Doing another watch along on Pauly Talks Wrestling this week, dealing with an event that happened on April 27th, 1987. Dwight back deep along with Butler and Hampton. Touchback. And it's 1st and 10 from the 20. 1:35 left to go. And that is a catch by Dickerson, gaining 4. Dickerson on the day, 10 carries, 73 yards, 2 catches for 11. 2nd and 6 at the 24. Nice grab there by 86, Big Jim Mitchell. Gain of 24. 41 seconds, so the clock dwindling down, nearing the end of quarter 3. 1st and 10 at the 48. And that is Dickerson. He fumbled. Recovered by Forney. Forney, the left guard. So that was a huge recovery there. We have played now 45 minutes. It's Las Vegas 20, Atlanta 17. Atlanta 48 plays for 280, 32 of them passes. For Vegas, 45 plays, 275. Sounds like our local interstate here in the Tampa-St. Pete area. 24 of their plays have been passes. So it's now 2nd and 10 at the 48 for Atlanta. And that's a quick throw and a strike to Roddy White, who has 5 catches on the day for an even 100 yards. 1st and 10 at the 42. We're down to 14-50 now in the 4th. And that is a gain of 4 for Pegram. Bonaconti making the stop. 2nd and 6. The ball is at the 38. And Pegram gaining 4 to set up a 3rd and 2. 13-18 left to go in the 4th. Big play here, looking over the middle for Julio Jones, but it's incomplete. So Matt Bryant coming in. He will attempt a field goal of 51 yards to make this a dead even game. And Atlanta's got that 20-20 vision. The kick is good from 51 for Matt Bryant. And we are tied at 20. Gafford back deep for Vegas as this game continues to go back and forth. Looked like Gafford took it from the goal line. He moves straight ahead out to the 37, and they will rule it a 37-yard return. 12:19 left, opening quarter. Not the opening quarter, but the final regulation quarter. Trap right, Gardner. Gardner is at 67 yards, and now he's at 66. Sanders to the sideline, and he'll be out just a few plays. So Trufant comes in to replace him at left corner. 2nd and 11. Screen to Gardner. And Gardner did not gain much after making the catch. In fact, he lost 3. And let's see. We're going to go on 3rd and 14. We have to go deep. And we'll go to Coles. Thrown underneath to Gardner. That's not going to get a first. It's going to be 8 yards short. 6-yard gain. And with 11:15 left in the 4th, Perilli will punt it away. Not a bad punt out of Perilli that time. Dwight.
Holding. Receiving team.
I was going to say Dwight returned at 3 and the punt went 45, but the holding call makes it 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 9. 10:35 left in the 4th. We are tied at 20. And, Ryan just got that away. And he would have been sacked. He would have been very, very close to the goal line if he had been sacked. It would have been a close call to see whether or not that would have been a safety. but not to be. Second and 10 from the 9. And a fumble here, recovered by Vegas. They will score.
The previous play is under review.
We think this may come back.
The ruling on the field stands.
No, it will stand. Goldson. It was Harvey recovering the fumble. It was Goldson drilling Pegram. And Harvey scooped it up and scored. So it's 26-20. A defensive touchdown for Vegas, which I don't think many had predicted the way these offenses have been firing. Your extra point try for Capoletti, he nails that. 27-20 now with 10:21 left to go. And Dwight back deep. He will not return that. It'll be a touchback. First and 10 from the 20 for Atlanta, who now trail by 7. Both teams needing this win. Every win counts when you're trying to make the playoffs. That was Ryan the White for 12. Williamson making the tackle. Schwartz now available for Vegas on defense. First and 10 at the 32. A throw to Pegram, a gain of 4 yards. Second and 6 at the 36. 9:28 left in the fourth quarter. Anybody's game still. 27-20. Vegas leading. Ryan to Dickerson. That ball's incomplete. Ryan not having a good day at all. 18 of 38. 220. 1 pick, 1 score. Third and 6. And that is Goldson making a tackle on Pegram. And Goldson just had his number these last few minutes. A gain of 4 when they needed 6. And Atlanta has to punt it away. And that's going to be taken by Artie Taylor. A return of 13 yards. The punt went 43, so the net will be 30. First and 10 at the 30. Speaking of the devil. And we're going to go straight ahead, a dive to Gardner as Vegas wants to chew up some clock here, I'm sure. Gain of 4. Second and 6 from the 34. And we will go Aaron Thomas on the slant. But that is incomplete. And that was a mental blunder by yours truly, throwing the ball on second down. Sweep it left with Charlie Gardner on 3rd and 6. And Gardner will not get anywhere near close to the first down. So on 4th and 4, Burley will have to punt it away, and Atlanta now with new life. And Dwight, a loss of 2 yards, brought down by Owens. The punt went 41, so that'll be a 43-yard net. First and 10 at the 21, 41 minus 2. And that was to Dickerson, could not hold on. Ryan really having a rough go on this Vegas defense. Second and 10 at the 21. Incomplete. Schwartz is now out for the game, which brings in Carter again. Probably we'll see Atlanta in week 18 against Tampa Bay. 3rd and 10 at the 21. Ryan looking and finding Julio Jones, but only for 4 yards. 4th and 6. And again, Atlanta will have to punt it away by Bosher. And a great punt by Bosher. And a return for Taylor of 13 yards. So they might have out-punted the coverage there. First and 10 at the Vegas 37. Vegas has the ball. 5:19 left to go in a 27-20 game. Dive for Gardner. And Gardner weaving his way for 4 yards. And we're going to go Coles on a jet sweep on 2nd and 6. And there that is. Oh, that's a disaster. A 5-yard loss. 3rd and 11. We'll go to Vernon Davis on a medium hitch. And that ball's incomplete with 3:46 left. So Vegas cannot put Atlanta away, at least not yet. And Perilli out to punt again for the Vegas Ironmen. And that's a good punt for Perilli. Return of 2 yards for Dwight. The punt went 51. So we now have substitutions for Atlanta. We have William Andrews coming in at running back. Andre Rison and Terrence Memphis are going to come in as wide receivers. So you got a 4 receiver set. 1st and 10 at the 15. 3:37 to go. And they give it to Andrews. He'll pick up 2 yards. Remember, all Atlanta needs to tie the game is a score and a converted extra point. And if they really feel froggy, they could go for 2 and win. 3:30 left. 2nd and 8 from the 17. Overthrew Andrews there. And not by a little. Setting up 3rd and 8 from the 17. 3:06 to go. That is incomplete. And we have Asamuga coming off. His return probable, but the bigger story here is Atlanta is punting again. They wouldn't dare fake it on 4th and 8 this deep in their own territory. And it's a good punt for Bosher. Returned by Artie Taylor, 14 yards to the 49 of Atlanta. So Vegas getting some prime real estate here with the score 27-20 and with them in the lead. We're going to trap it left with Gardner, 1st and 10 at the 49. And Gardner close to the first down. A pickup of 9. Atlanta, perhaps seeing that they are in trouble, immediately calls time. They have 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. We'll go Colmer on the dive. And that gets the first. Gain of 4. Asamuga will come back in on defense should Vegas come back in on defense. Atlanta now down to their last timeout. 1st and 10, so there is no need to do anything but keep the ball on the ground. We're bringing in Delvin Williams, a full house backfield. We'll go to him on the trap right, and he picks up 2. And that'll take us to the 2. Your score is Vegas 27, Atlanta 20. Vegas with 3 timeouts, Atlanta down to just 1. Back to a double tight end set. Off tackle right, Gardner on 2nd and 8. That is a gain of 2 yards. Minute 51 left to go. And I'm going to call timeout for Vegas with a minute 12. Setting up 3rd and 6. And I'm going to have Williams run the ball on the inside. We're going to have him sweep it right. And he did not gain much. No gain. Atlanta using that last timeout. So your position right now is this. 4th and 6. Ball at the 32. If we're going to try a field goal here with Justin Tucker. If he hits, Vegas should win the game. If not, we have a little bit of drama left to be played out. The try is from 49 yards. And he pushed it right. No good. So Atlanta now starts from the 39. They will have 56 seconds to score a touchdown. And that Vegas defense playing way back. Ryan looking for White, but that was covered by Fred the Hammer Williamson. 2nd and 10 at the 39. You see Vegas defense playing way the heck back. Caught that time by Mathis. Gain of 14. That moves the ball up to the Vegas 47. 40 seconds now left to go. Ryan is 20 for 45. Now he's 21 for 46 as he catches Roddy White for a 7-yard gain. He is at 7 catches, 119 yards. 2nd and 3. Again, Vegas playing a very deep prevent. Intended for Rison was the throw there by Ryan. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 40. That is incomplete. So it now all hinges on this play. 4th and 3. Ball at the 40. 25 seconds. Atlanta's got to get 3 yards. And it's a sack. That's not going to happen. Carter on the sack. Carr will take a knee. Both teams will be 9-7 leaving the field. And that is your ball game. Vegas 27, Atlanta 20. MVP of the game was Derek Carr. Team stats. We'll have a recap of all the games we didn't get to this week before we get to our Minnesota-Dallas game. See it there. Pretty even. 69 plays for Atlanta, just 60 for Vegas was all that was needed. Ryan had the better passing rating, 15-28, 182, 2 touchdowns, 97.6. Leading rusher was Garner, not by much, 21 carries, 87 yards. White led everybody in catches with 7 and led everybody with passing yardage at 119. And who was your leading tackler today? Well, we had 2. We had Tuggle at 7, and we had Fred, the Hammer, Williamson at 7. So I hope you enjoyed our game today. It was a good one. Atlanta 27-20 over Las Vegas. Tune in tomorrow. We'll have the game done live to tape. Minnesota and Dallas. We will have recaps of all the other games we did not get to. And we will have the playoff projections as soon as the Minnesota-Dallas game by magic of going live to tape and doing a little editing for you once the Cowboys-Viking game ends. So this has been Big Pauly. Godspeed, God bless. We will do it all again real soon, Lord willing, and if the creek does not rise. Bye-bye for now, everybody.